Hello everyone and welcome back to my Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Helps Let's Play. The last time we freed Dimitri, the Dew, and Rodrigue, and Gustav, I guess. And, yeah, captured Cornelia. And I wonder if Dimitri's gonna kill her, considering he referenced that in the last round we played in the Black Eel. It was like, yeah, I killed this girl called Cornelia.
If you do, the truth about the tragedy of Dusker will evaporate into the shadows forever.
I have no intention of slaying you. Not yet. But if you have something to say, I suggest you spit it out before I change my mind. Now, Cornelia. Earlier you said my father was betrayed, murdered by lords from within Fargus. But it was you who fueled the flame of that betrayal. You saw my uncle and Lord Arundel join hands, and you brought the Western Lords and the Imperial nobles together. All of it was you.
What a fascinating theory.
There are two things I need to know. First, your motivation. Who are you working for, and why? I know what spurred my uncle and the Western Lords to act. While the Empire has long smoldered, waiting for even the slightest spark to reignite their fury. There are 1,000 reasons why one might want to assassinate a king. But what's yours for this attempt on my life? And what of my father? Why murder him in a manner as roundabout as a staged raid? All you had to do was fail to end the plague 20 years ago, and the entire royal family would have been consumed by it.
You have a point, but I couldn't say. In a sense, that was another lifetime completely.
One more question then. My stepmother's body was never recovered from the site of the tragedy. What happened to her? Tell me, Cornelia.
You'll find the answers you seek in the Imperial capital, though you'll have to extract them from your dearest stepsister. She must surely know something, wouldn't you think? After all, she is your stepmother's actual flesh and blood.
In Enbar.
Now, I've really enjoyed our little chat here, but I have so many places to be.
Why you?
Don't be so sad. You'll be seeing me again before you even know it.
I guess it would have been too early to kill her. Yay, S-Ring, let's go.
Lady Luck was on my side.
The ladies were definitely on your side on this mission, Sylvain.
Can't help but slack off, I guess.
Yeah. All this stuff, let's go. Whoa, that's a lot. Also a lot of money, I need that. Dimitri has rejoined you. And Dedu has rejoined you. And Rodrigue has rejoined you. On 10 renown. Damn.
My apologies. Cornelia would not have escaped were it not for my carelessness. She's likely fled west in search of refuge with Viscount Mateus. As such, I will march west at once. I will not allow the Western territories to go unpunished for this.
Stop. Just stop.
Felix?
I've got something to say, Boar. And this time, you're going to listen. Time and time again, we've tried to get it through your thick skull. We might be your subjects, but we're your allies first. Yet you still insist on doing every little thing all by yourself. So what is it? Do you lack the ears to hear with? Or do you hear our words and just choose to ignore them?
Felix, that's enough. I know how you feel, but you need to contain yourself.
I can't. 2 whole years I've bitten my tongue. The fool needs to hear this in the plainest terms possible.
It was I who chose war with the Empire. I who murdered my uncle in cold blood. I who oppressed the Western Lords. I failed to save the people of Dusker. Failed to save Glenn. And my father. The lives my actions stole from them are mine to atone for. Which I will do by exacting revenge on all who were involved. And by seeing my people safe. As for that burden, yes, I believe it is mine to bear alone.
You truly are a solid gold fool. One could search the kingdom high and low and not find another as utterly asinine as you. And the rest of you, don't just stand there, speak up.
Well, I know Felix has a strange way of showing it at times, but this is all because he worries about you, Dimitri.
And Felix is like, no, don't expose me.
And it's not just him either. We all do.
Your Majesty, you know my feelings on this matter. 6 years ago, I too watched as nearly everything I cared about was taken from me. And Felix is no different. He lost his brother that day. This pain is not yours to shoulder alone.
He's right, Your Majesty. That is why it is so frustrating to see you act like this.
I can't say it's too surprising, though. You've always kept everything to yourself, even when you were a little kid. But what you're going through now, it's more than one person could possibly manage on their own.
Please, Your Majesty, we just want to help. You can trust us.
Like I said before, all you need to do is ask, and I'll be at the ready. Besides, we'll all be out of work if you go this alone.
We will assist you in whatever we must, even vengeance.
Thank you. All of you.
Yeah, you gotta believe in the power of friendship.
What's happened to you?
I was too careless. I can hardly remember the last time I was this badly hurt. As for the capital, Viscount Mateus, we failed, and I doubt the king will soon forget our attempt to seize it.
What? But how?
Viscount, your son, the one who married a distant relative of House Gautier. They'll have his head. Same goes for the kin of all the other Western lords.
No.
This king is a fool, to be sure, but he's not foolish enough or kind enough to forgive those who serve his betrayers. I guarantee you that. His army will begin their march to subdue Western Fargus any moment now. If you don't want your territory stolen from you or your life, then your only choice is to rise in revolt.
Yes. Yes, I understand. We will mobilize at once.
Yay, more bloodshed. Let's go.
Azure Gleam, the blood-stained lance. The Western Lords suffered defeat at the capital. Cornelia, the instigator of the uprising, flees west and commands her allies, Viscounts Mateus and Gideon, to muster their forces. Hoping to settle this matter before re-engaging with the Empire, the Kingdom Army makes for the Mach region in order to defeat Cornelia and learn the truth of the tragedy of Duscur.
So we try.
No. My uncle?
I'm afraid so. Among the rebels are houses Mateus and Gideon, and all the other Western lords from whom I've stripped power. They appear to have appointed Baron Dominic as their leader.
I'm so sorry, Annie. What could he be thinking?
House Dominic may be a mere barony at present, but they're a storied family whose lineage traces all the way back to the 10 elites. Centuries ago, when the wise King Klaus passed beyond the Veil of Death, he did so without naming a successor to the crown. And so, the 3 regions of the Holy Kingdom, Fargus, Mach, and Leicester, were divided among the 3 royal princes. House Dominic chose to side with the prince ruling Mach, who was eventually defeated by the forces of Fargus, leaving the once vast Dominic territory to be whittled down, meted out to the neighboring lords.
I know they held a grudge about that in the past, but surely it's ancient history at this point. Tons of people from House Dominic, my father included, have devoted their lives to serving the royal family. It makes me wonder if my uncle's heart is really in this fight.
As they stand now, House Dominic lacks the influence and might necessary to defy their surrounding lords. So when pushed to join the uprising, they would have had little choice but to go along. But that lack of strength might just be the key to our victory.
How do you mean, Gustav?
If we could only convince my brother to change sides, the Western territories would lose their leader. And if we were to follow that up with a decisive victory against a demoralized army, it would likely cause their military effort to collapse entirely.
Perhaps. But it'll be difficult to pry the Baron away without first eliminating those surrounding him.
Indeed. If nothing else, we'll need to turn the tide of war in our favor if we ever hope to empower the Baron to defect. For now, we must consider how best to break through their front. This is no small number of soldiers you offer. Are you sure Duscur can spare that many?
For good or ill, this is what our chief has decided. Preparations will take some time, but we are sworn to aid you, and we will stake our pride as a people on doing so.
Still, this is a far larger force than we ever asked for.
Please, you strove tirelessly to see our home return to us. The people of Duscur have not forgotten the kindness you showed. And though some may still think ill of you, we only offer as many soldiers as volunteered.
Duscur remains a kingdom territory. As such, I can't claim our relationship is one on equal footing. Yet, I want to believe your gracious support here will point the way to a new future for both your home and ours. Give your men my thanks. And once this war reaches its conclusion, I'll be sure to visit Duscur anew.
Understood. I'll be taking my leave now.
To do. None of this would be happening if not for the unflagging efforts of you and Rodrigue.
No, Your Majesty. Neither I nor Rodrigue could have accomplished this. Your sincerity is what won their trust.
I hope you speak true. Nothing I do will ever bring back their fallen loved ones after all.
Yet you have shown us the truth all the same. Allowed us to see a better future. Not only me, but everyone from Duscur.
And still, the whole picture remains elusive. A dark secret continues to linger over the tragedy, shrouded by shadow. Shedding light on it is my... No. It is our duty.
Meow. Got even more. Wait, isn't that literally just the way back? It feels like we're just going the way back. On the war map. But it's okay. It's okay. How much renown do I have? 70 points. I could get this. I mean, I don't really need it. I could get some of the whistles, I guess. But honestly, I mean, playing the missions is so fast when you don't do commentary and stuff and you rush through. It's honestly fine.
Excuse me.
It's pretty tough to get people to band together for a common cause. Each person is their own entity, which means they have differing desires and goals. Unifying all those diverse wants and needs under the banner of a single region feels nigh impossible.
A shame.
How long are we going to fight against that impossibility? I don't know. Hi, Dorothea. I had thought the kingdom would have presented a more united front against the Empire. To be honest, I was quite surprised that such a disturbance would have happened in the royal capital. It's a good thing that the kingdom ended up with a railroad, I'll tell you that. If they hadn't, I'm sure the Empire would have marched far into kingdom territory by now. I mean, they do in a different timeline. They do be doing that. Hi, Mercedes.
Oh, that's right.
Now that I think about it, I haven't been to Western Fargus all that much. I'm originally from the Empire, and I rarely had the opportunity to travel when I was with the church. I always thought I'd like to go there someday, but I confess this is not quite what I had in mind. I mean, understandable.
Hear a girl out, will you?
My brother died 6 years ago in the tragedy of Duscur. King Dimitri apologized to me personally for it, but all I want is for him to find out the truth about why my brother had to die. Because of slitherers. Because of political schemes.
So, you up for a chat?
I thought she might not have been, but it turns out Cornelia was that same lady. As usual, she made a quick escape.
Huh?
What do you mean? How do you know her? Oh, she's the one who caused me so much pain. But at this point, I don't really care. Didi will take her down. Didi! Nice. I love her nicknames. They're awesome. I was worried for a while there, but I'm relieved there wasn't much damage to the city. And we were able to rescue Duke Ivan as well, with a load off our shoulders.
Right on.
Totally. Now we can just do something about the West. All these problems within the kingdom should settle down. Yeah, I have to wonder, what in the world is Cornelia playing at? I can think of a lot of reasons why the Western nobles would oppose His Majesty. But her? Nothing comes to mind. There's something unsettling about all this. Also, I liked how she said in the cutscene when Rich was asking her, like, why did you heal the people from the plague? And she was like, well, that was kind of a different lifetime or whatever. Yes, because she didn't impersonate the real Cornelia yet then.
Say.
I heard rumors that Felix and his father weren't on good terms, but that doesn't appear to be the case, does it? A while back, Felix seemed pretty keen on cutting ties with his house. But maybe now that he's succeeded to the head of his family, he understands his father's feelings a little more. Maybe. Gatekeeper. Greetings, Commander. Nothing to report. You know, there are some sacred sites for the Church of Ceres in the Western Kingdom. There's the Rhodos Coast and Lake Titatus. I've never been to them, though.
Sounds great.
I'd love to go on a little sacred sightseeing tour once all this fighting has died down. Maybe you could come with me, if you're not busy, I mean. I would follow you to the end of the earth. Hi, Roderick.
You have my gratitude.
I believe thanks are in order. Your aid in Ferdinand was invaluable. We could not have rescued His Majesty alone, not even if we staked our lives on the fight. I should... Nah, I didn't do much. Felix was the one who made the decision to go to the capital. Yes, I thanked him as well, though he rewarded my efforts with no small amount of curtness. He muttered something about it being preferable to having nightmares about abandoning us. I do wonder where he got that sharp tongue of his. Now let us work together from here on out and move quickly to subdue the West. Yeah. Gotta claim the West, am I right?
Come to think of it...
Baron Dominic is an incredibly good man, but his son is died in the wool... What? Died in the wool libertine. He bears the crest of Dominic and received excellent grades at the Officers' Academy. Yet he insisted on becoming a traveling minstrel, of all things. He's probably off wandering and wobbling this very moment. I guess. Hi, Bernie.
How about it?
Doesn't all this moving around make you lose track of where we are, Maya? Especially since we've been rushing around. All these places look particularly the same. I'm not even sure if we're in the kingdom anymore. Yeah, I get turned around too. Sometimes I even go in the complete opposite direction. Oh, I'm so glad I'm not the only one. I mean, I just don't have a sense of direction, so I can relate, I guess. Hi, Flane.
Well, today. I see.
What a great relief to have Dimitri back safe and sound. I have also noticed that something about him has changed. I would not necessarily say that he is cheerful, but something in his countenance appears more at ease. Perhaps his friends encouraged him and that made him feel better. I would like to make more friends myself. Yeah. You do that. Hi, Catherine. The commotion in the capital has subsided for now. I'm glad we've got some good news for Lady Rare. Oh, speaking of good news, my former partner has officially signed on to help us. We're going to meet up with her on Iron Road. I can't wait to see her again. Yeah, show me reaction, let's go. Baron Dominic is in a precarious position. Speaking with my brother will be no simple matter. And that's true, even if he wanted to help us. You can't risk doing anything reckless so long as the other Western nobles have power. Our only option is to steadily gain control and cut down the West's military forces.
Let's give it our all.
I believe in you, Father. I'm certain Uncle Dominic will listen to you if we can make your way to him. Who calls their uncle by their last name? Like Uncle Dominic? Shouldn't she just call him Uncle whatever his first name is?
Over here!
You saved His Majesty. As a kingdom citizen, I am most grateful to you. Oh, how silly, I forgot to introduce myself. Viscount Brady is at your service. Wonderful to make your acquaintance. Actually, my younger sister was at the Officers' Academy the same year as you and His Majesty. I suppose that's why I feel a sort of kinship with you. Well, in any case, I'll be praying for your great success. Sure thing, I guess?
Hey!
The most powerful general in all of the Empire is the Minister of Military Affairs, Count Burgleys. And the mightiest in all the alliance is Lord Horse of House Goneril. I hear the Minister of Military Affairs was in command on the Eastern Front. I wonder if those two ended up duking it out. If they did, I wonder what kind of fight it was. Now that's a brawl I want a front row seat to. Yeah, that would be insane.
Right.
Your deftness with the spear is truly a sight to behold. I imagine your teacher must have had considerable skill.
Right.
Yes, I actually learned from my family, those in the castle and a friend who passed away. Oh, is that so? How impressive. I would certainly like to be as adept with a spear as you.
What say you?
Well, I could teach you if you like. I'm sure you could master it quickly. I won't go so far as to say it would make Glenn happy, but at the very least, I would be glad if my skills could be of use to someone else. Damn. Boom, boom. Hi, Petra.
Oh.
I am having a hard time staying in the kingdom so long. The cold is wearing me down. How are the people from the kingdom alright? I am wondering if they are having any advice for enduring the cold. I'm sure they've gotten used to it, otherwise they never would have settled here.
Interesting.
I was hearing that the kingdom was made when they went against the Empire. I'm thinking they did not have a choice. That do be true. That do be true. Hi, Dimitri. Oh, he's just chilling over here. What is it, Dimitri?
No.
Well, in truth, I spent much of last night getting firmly scolded by Felix. Nice. Once he got started, he would not stop. We ended up talking through the night, much like the old days. In the end, the Duke came into the tent and began arguing with Felix. Oh no. I know things have been awkward between the two of you two for a while. I'm glad you were able to reconcile. Thank you, I am as well. In any case, I'm truly sorry to have worried you. What a feckless man I am, ever toiling to no avail.
I wonder.
I promise I will walk alongside everyone else moving forward. Yeah. You do that. And don't just go off on your own again.
What do you think? Hello there.
Felix, I wish to speak with you about the part of the Dusker Vanguard that's being sent to House Frodarius. Do your soldiers have any complaints? I imagine you have thoughts as well. Some might be dissatisfied, but I don't care if there are. I value a warrior's ability to fight. Things like where they're from don't matter to me. And to that end, there are many competent fighters among the Dusker soldiers, and they all have high morale. They make for good training partners, and we can learn a great deal from their techniques and...
Hey there.
What? You got a problem? Speak up. Not at all. I was just thinking that His Majesty must find it reassuring to have a confidant like you. Huh? Well, I didn't expect to hear that. Whatever. You're free to say what you want. Oh man. Oh man, indeed.
Come here, will ya?
Pedigree and intelligence are qualities you're born with. Physical appearance, crests, and environment are out of your control as well. We humans are unequal at birth. What matters is how you fight with the hand you're dealt with. That's what the boss always said anyway. I wonder what he's up to now. It's been a good while since he left Abyss. Oh, is this foreshadowing for you rejoining? That'd be cool, actually.
How can I serve?
Among the Western Lords, Count Duval's house was the closest to us in the Central Church. It might not actually be their intention to make enemies of us. We're also finding it quite painful to have to fight them. I said it.
Marvelous.
I am relieved we have cleared up the matter in the rare capital, and it appears the city sustained much less damage than we feared. 'Tis a pity we could not detain the tempestuous Cornelia, though. One day her presence may plunge Fergus into chaos. No, perhaps all of Fódlan even. Yeah. We should kill her in the next mission. We should.
Did you need something?
My husband is originally from House Matthias and is much grieved by our current predicament. He wishes not to spill the blood of his relatives. That is why I have come in his stead. But to be enthralled of that deceitful woman and raise an army as a result, what a foolish man my father-in-law is. Rip. Rip indeed. What do you have to say?
Greetings.
There's always some conflict or another going on in Fargus. I'm sure Lester and Odrestia are similar. And the same's true for Desker. It's not so easy to settle a dispute between those with differing views. Indeed. So Vane, you did good on your mission.
Perfect.
What a relief my father showed up. I guess he's somewhat reliable after all. He's not the type to suddenly spring into action, but I imagine he couldn't let things stand as they were. I mean, the Gautier name was used to spread false information, which puts His Majesty in danger. I can't say I'm surprised. I mean, yeah, that was actually a good coincidence that you were the character I played as in the mission. But yeah, I mean, we're at 27 minutes. I think we can watch one more support. Oh, what's over there? What is over here? Oh god. I will not read that. I cannot read. Too much text I can't read. Dimitri. Okay, I guess I'm gonna... Oh god. Wait, never mind. I was like, have I not unlocked a single support with them yet? But yeah, I have seen the support, never mind.
Oh, you're awake. Don't worry, it's only been a few hours.
What happened? The last I remember, I was training some of our new recruits.
You got hit by some stray magic. Pretty hard, too.
Yes, that's right. How could I have let my guard fall so carelessly?
Probably the exhaustion. You usually sidestep stuff like that, no problem. Everybody was really worried about you, though. Dedue and Felix in particular didn't know what to do with themselves.
True.
Guess the silver lining is that it forced you to get some rest. If only for a few hours.
Apologies for causing such a disturbance. I'm fine now, I assure you.
Dimitri, go to sleep challenge.
Uh-huh, sure you are. I know you're just gonna get straight back to work if I leave you be. But hey, take a look around first.
The room is immaculate. Is this your handiwork?
Yep. Though we left anything that seemed like it would need your input. Figured we could at least take care of the small stuff while you were out, though. Oh, and everyone, and I mean everyone, thinks you should be taking more breaks.
I'm certainly grateful for the gesture. But how did you find time for this amidst your other responsibilities?
It was easy once we split everything up. Felix, Dedue, and I wrapped up the training session in your stead. Then Rodrigue and Sylvain handled the rest of your paperwork. You might want to glance through it later, though. Ingrid tended to the horses, while Ash and Annette helped organize all your books. Oh, and Mercedes baked some wonderful treats for you. They'll have you back on your feet in no time. What else? What else? Oh, right. We sent some soldiers out to check on the nearby villages, too.
Incredible. I never expected you to do this much.
I'm gonna boast.
Well, the Blue Lions can be pretty dependable when we put our minds to it, huh? Maybe you can trust us a little more now that you've seen what we can do.
This isn't a matter of trust. I deeply depend on every single person in this army.
Then why didn't you tell anyone else about how you went and buried all those villagers? Everyone was stunned when I mentioned it to them. They want to hear about that stuff from your mouth, not mine.
Yes, My apologies.
To be fair, that is kind of hard to talk about. Imagine just randomly going up to someone and being like, yeah, I buried the villagers, and the bodies of the villagers I couldn't save. Whoops.
If you're really sorry, then you won't let it happen again. Anyway, go get some more rest. And don't try to say you're not tired just so you can keep working.
I see I can't fool you. Though in truth, I doubt I'll be able to doze off again so soon after enjoying my first dreamless sleep in ages.
In that case, come kill some time with me. I'm sure the training grounds will be free by now.
Yes, that sounds lovely. And, thank you.
Yay, B support, and of course it's locked. But yeah, oh god. Looking at this list, that's insane. But yeah, it's my little buffer, so it's gonna keep looking insane like that until we reach the final chapter, and then I'm gonna have to like go through all the supports again. But yeah, at least everything, or like not everything, but a lot of us are locked. I won't have any difficulty for that since I have so many activity points. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this part. I mean, I think all we did was cutscenes, talking, and supports, but like, that's just how it be, right? That's just how it be. I hope you guys had fun anyway, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye.